Heroic is a towering word, one that is ornamented with the exaggerated gaudiness of fiction. The more we guzzle our pulp and drama, the more we color the word. What we view as a hero begins to cartoon. The requirements to earn the label are buffed up. To be a hero, you must save Manhattan from a meteor, repel a fleet of invading extraterrestrials, or rip the galaxy from the maw of a universe-consuming beast. And there's nothing wrong with enjoying a big story on a big stage. But the bigger the stage, the farther away you need to stand to see all the goings-on. The interpersonal details that make an act truly heroic end up getting washed out by the flashy fun of telling an adventure story. That's why the reduction of scope in Huck number 1 ends up feeling so refreshing and impactful. By exercising the fattier elements of traditional superhero storytelling, Huck allows the reader to see what a superhero would look like with all the latex and pomp boiled away. This is a book that shrinks down the word hero to a level where you can see it for the pretty and pocked thing that it is. The titular Huck works at a gas station in an unnamed rural American town. All the town's residents know him as a slow, even slightly handicapped fellow that makes up for his intellectual shortcomings with an exaggerated compulsion to do good. He pays for the lunches of everyone in the drive-through, even though he can't afford a car of his own and has to walk up to the window. He mows the lawn of every person in town and leaves money in a library book for a stranger to find. However, that's not all Huck does. He also has a still undefined catalog of superpowers. He's exceptionally strong, fast, and agile, and is also apparently indestructible. Yet, while he's capable of feats that would allow him to stand with a roster of DC or Marvel, he still pretty much just uses his powers to help out around town, using his strength to clear stumps from his neighbor's lawn and his speed to take out everyone's garbage. The town loves Huck, and they make a point to keep the knowledge of Huck's powers within the city limits. This is a unique neutering of the superhero myth. By placing superpowers in the hands of a man that does not possess the ability to think beyond his immediate surroundings or his circle of acquaintances, we see a very pure and innocent representation of heroism. It's surprising how endearing and fresh it is to see a form of heroism that is easy to aspire to. Huck's limitations create an interesting alchemy when paired with his powers. He has only the desire to do good. He doesn't have interest in becoming a symbol. He doesn't want to strike fear in the hearts of criminals. He doesn't understand the social context or political fallout to his actions. When Boko Haram kidnaps 200 schoolgirls, Huck doesn't posture. He doesn't participate in a march, a protest, or a hashtag. He buys a plane ticket, goes to Nigeria, punches the bad guy, and sets the girls free. Writer Mark Millar is no stranger to stripping the spit shine off superheroism. Books like Wanted, Kick-Ass, Nemesis, etc. are all examples of Millar trying to show how the superhero narrative might play out if it were cast with the real, flawed, weak, and awful people that populate our real world. Huck operates on the same thesis, and while Millar does embrace the more pure side of humanity to great effect, he does not abandon his nuanced and slightly cynical view of heroism. Huck was abandoned at an orphanage as a child. The only thing his parents left him was a note pinned to his bassinet that reads, "Please, love me." As an adult, Huck still has the note and references it often when he needs motivation to do good deeds. Millar doesn't shy away from the less altruistic connotations that go along with Huck living by this mantra, and provides readers with an alternate interpretation of Huck's benevolence. Huck's simple mind prevents him from understanding adult methods for garnering affection. It's insinuated that all of Huck's generosity might come from a codependent need to be loved. Without his heroism, he would just be an outcast simpleton, a simple boob wandering the lowest station of society. But does that make what he does really any less noble? That seems to be the big question at the nucleus of the story, and it's one that is answered by the bare way the story is told. When we see the good Huck does, and we see the pure joy it manages to conjure from the people around him, we are struck with an interesting realization. If given the choice, we would much rather have a hero like Huck in our life than, say, a hero like Superman. We would prefer a fool working at a gas station to a god from the stars, just because that fool places kindness over valor. Even if he does it just out of a desire to be loved, that's not an unrighteous goal because he earns that love. And he earns it in a way that can inspire us all.